The annual review is going to be looked at today, and we're going to take some unique points of view on the annual review, but everybody's pretty familiar with it. It's a practice that's been around for as long as I can recall, with most companies trying to achieve it. So they'll sit down once a year with the staff and go over what has been happening and rating them, usually on a scale of 1 to 10. But most use it as a way to assure the employee has a strong understanding of what their performance has been throughout the year. Some use it at the same time we give raises at the annual review. We don't do them throughout the year, so they push all of it off and make the annual review a big event. They generally do rate the individuals on a scale of 1 to 10. And let's look at a different approach to that today and see what we can do to put some twists on the annual review. First off, I think you should review individually yourself. So if you're a member of management, a lot of times management isn't reviewed. They're the ones just passing out the review and performing the reviews with the company. It would be interesting if everybody in that position allowed the employees to express their opinions on a management satisfaction survey. They rated their supervisors on the same scale that they were being rated. If it was performed in a manner that the individuals could be open and honest without any chance of reprisal, a lot of good might come out of a review like that. If you're in a position of leadership, I challenge you to take a fresh approach to evaluate your performance. Instead of an annual review, I think you should have a daily review with this challenging question: what can I do to improve myself today? Employees are often surprised in their annual review as they believe they were doing a great job. Then they get into the review and management rates them poorly. If the reviews that you perform are a surprise to your team, your management skills should be considered lacking. See, there should never be a question where your staff can raise their performance. They should be getting constant gratitude on the things that are being performed well, and they should get coaching on areas of opportunity consistently throughout the year. Now let's look at the politics. Many dealerships allow staff politics to disrupt their dealership operations. They allow personal relationships with the dealer and family members that feel they can't do anything about the consequences because of their position or their status. Some family members in the same departments often allow favoritism to be shown to them. Whenever the dealership allows politics, you must understand how destructive that is to the entire staff. If your dealership does have situations like this, the expectation must be absolutely the same for all employees' performance. Let's look at the main thing. The primary focus must always remain it's to maximize the customer experience in your dealership on a consistent basis. It should never be a surprise to anybody how they are performing, and the interactions with management providing coaching should be consistent and on a daily basis. Development of your staff should never be an annual experience. Establish the culture of customer care, understanding that your staff and their satisfaction are critical for this to be achieved. You see, if your staff isn't happy with the management or their day-to-day or their situation in the dealership, How are they going to perform at a maximum level? How are they going to treat the customer interactions that they're responsible for? See, so much depends on our day in, day out structure of how we're going to deal with our issues. I've had companies that are clients that allow poor performance on an individual because of the length of time they've been working. Oh, that's Bill. He's been here forever. He knows the owner, and they're friends. They go fishing together. So they get looked at as untouchable. Then they take advantage of these situations in such a manner that just destroys the environment for customer care. It destroys the culture of the entire dealership. We need to be in a situation where we keep the main thing the customer. Because all of these interactions involve it. In an annual review, if your dealership does provide it, in that annual review, provide positive coaching and make sure there is no surprises to anybody on the team. Map out a plan of action for the next year. What are your goals? What are your intentions? What would you like to achieve? Where do you see yourself going with this dealership? This type of involvement needs to happen in the annual review. Review their training standards, where you'd like to see them focus their efforts on training. And how about asking them in this interaction, what equipment could the dealership purchase to make their job easier, to make it more complete, to improve our customer experience? I also think that it would be a wonderful time to compliment what the employees have accomplished. Pull out the prior year. We need to have a level playing field on the annual review. But most of all, when we keep the focus on ourselves and we understand the main thing is the customer, the annual review will be a wonderful tool. But in essence, you see that it comes down to daily actions. The annual review should be a summary, but never the ultimate management tool. Consider yourself every day with that challenge. How can I be better? What can I do to be better today? That's also a challenging question to ask your staff and your team. Keep them involved. The communication should not be just to an annual review. They should never be surprised and always understand the main thing is exceptional customer care. Thanks for your time, everybody, and have a great day.
Are you struggling to increase your service department's effective labor rate? Many dealerships today are. We can help you with our proven process and years of experiences. My team has been through all that you face today. We have found solutions for even the largest problems, such as employees that are not team players, no one updating the customer on the completion time of their vehicle, no walkarounds being performed at all, and worst of all, shrinking profit margins. Fixed Performance is the solution you've been looking for. We will take your service department to the next level of performance by increasing your customer retention, turning your staff into a team, and best of all, maximizing your effective labor rate. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? Give us a call today at 8718. Fix Performance, where we have total commitment to your team's excellence.